Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today, we are in London to see the Cubs and Cardinals face off in an international contest. The Cubs come in after 2 days off from a disappointing end to their road trip, losing the final two games, both in one-run fashion to the Phillies. Let's see if they can turn the corner here across the pond. For today's game against the Cardinals, we are going to see that the Cubs are going to be sending Jose Quintana to the mound. Quintana is making start number 15. He is 6-5 with 3.07 ERA, 118 WHIP. Cubs will be sending out a lineup of Happ, Santana, Bryant, Baez, Ozuna, Shaw, Contreras, Quintana, and Hayward. The Cardinals will be sending Jack Flaherty out to the mound, making start number 15. He is 2-6 with a 3.87 ERA and a 1.06 WHIP. And the Cardinals will be sending out Wong, Goldschmidt, O'Neill, Bader, DeYoung, Fowler, Molina, Miller, and Flaherty as their lineup. It is 74 degrees. There's no wind, but apparently some fog out for today's baseball game. And I don't know the exact attendance, but I'm sure that they all paid pounds sterling to get into the ballpark instead of dollars. So, let's see. The Cubs come in today at 33-37, fourth place in the National League Central. And the Cardinals are one of the teams they're chasing. The Cardinals come in at 35-34. They are in second place. As Jack Flaherty gets the sign, and he throws a 2-2 slider right past Ian Happ for out number one of this ball game. Next up is going to be Danny Santana with one out, nobody on. Santana with an 0-1 pitch, and that is hit high and hard, and that is a home run to right center field. Danny Santana has just hit the first international home run of this season. A record-breaking distance, landing nearly 3,000 miles from St. Louis, and that was 412 feet out to right center field. The Cubs now lead 1-0. Chris Bryant now coming up against Jack Flaherty with a full count. Flaherty with the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's 2 outs on the inning for Flaherty. Baez now batting with 2 outs and another full count pitch. And he strikes out as well. So Flaherty gets 3 strikeouts with a solo home run wedged in the middle. We go to the bottom of the first of a 1-0 Cubs lead. Quintana is going to pitch to Colton Wong. Quintana looking for the sign. And here comes the pitch. That's going to be popped up to right. I believe that's going to be playable as Hayward comes in to make the catch for out number 1. Goldschmidt now batting. 1-1 count. And that's going to be popped up down the right field line. Hayward running the opposite direction, but he does in fact catch that one for out number 2. And now O'Neill is going to bat. Tyler O'Neill comes up with 2 outs, nobody on base, 2-2 count, and Quintana. And with that pitch, O'Neill has the Cardinals' first hit of the game, a single into right center field. Bader now is going to bat with a runner on first and 2 outs, full count to Bader, and that is strike 3 called. That's a fastball at 92. Quintana strikes him out to end the inning. We're going now to the top of the second inning, 1-0 Cubs. Ozuna is going to lead off for the Cubs, 2-2 count, Flaherty with the pitch, and Ozuna grounds to second. The throw goes to first, and that is out number 1. Shaw now batting. 3-0 pitch to Shaw. And he takes low for ball 4. You know, Shaw might not have a very good batting average, but he draws an awful lot of walks. Up next is Contreras with 1 out, 1 man on. 1-2 count to Contreras, and there is a strike 3 call on the fastball. And now Quintana is going to bat. That's 4 strikeouts on the day for Flaherty. Quintana with the 1-2 pitch, and he swings and misses. That is strikeout number 5. Flaherty has struck out 5 through 2 innings. DeYoung is now going to bat. He's going to lead off for the Cardinals in the bottom of the 2nd inning against Jose Quintana. 1-1 count from Quintana. There's a grounder to first. Shaw has it. Throws to Quintana, covering the base for out number 1. Dexter Fowler now batting. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch from Quintana. Grounder to third. Bryant has it. Throws to Shaw at first for out number 2. Molina now the batter. Molina coming up with 2 outs. Nobody on. 2-1 count. Quintana with the pitch. And that's going to be a single up the middle. 2nd inning in the row that the Cardinals get a 2-out single. And now Miller is going to bat. Brad Miller, the Cardinals' 3rd baseman, comes up with 2 outs, 1 man on. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Quintana ends the inning on the punch out. Going to the top of the 3rd, 1-0 Cubs. Jason Hayward, the batter. Hayward coming up in the top of the 3rd inning. Full count pitch. And Flaherty gets him to swing and miss for strikeout number 6. Ian Happ now batting. 1 out, 1-2 count to Happ. And that's another hard hit fly ball. That's going to be straight away right field, and that is going to make this a 2-0 ball game as Dexter Fowler just watches it sail into the seats. 388 feet, and Ian Happ has just doubled the Cubs' lead. That is home run number 7 on the season for Ian Happ. And now Danny Santana, who already has a solo home run to his name, comes up with 1 out, nobody on. Flaherty looking in. Here's the pitch. That's a pop up to left. That is going to be playable, and it is going to be caught for out number 2. The rare out made that's not a strikeout. Chris Bryant now batting. 2 outs, nobody on. 1 strike count to Bryant. Here's the pitch. A little tapper out in front of the plate. The throw goes to first, and Bryant is retired for out number 3. So the Cubs pick up another run. They go to a 2-0 lead against the Cardinals in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Flaherty will lead off against Quintana. 2-2 count. Quintana looking in for the sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strikeout number 3 on the day for Mr. Quintana. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 1 out. Colton Wong the batter. 1 strike. And here's the pitch. Grounder to third. Throw goes over to Shaw, and he is retired for out number 2. Paul Goldschmidt now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 0-2 count to Goldschmidt. Quintana with the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is strikeout number 4 for Quintana. We go to the top of the 4th inning of a 2-0 Cub lead. Flaherty is going to pitch to Baez to lead off the Cubs half of the 4th. 1 strike count to Baez. And there's a ground ball to short. The throw goes to first, and Baez is retired by his counterpart at short. Ozuna now batting. 1 out, nobody on. 1-1 count. And he grounds weakly to second. The throw goes to first, and Ozuna is retired for out number 2. Shaw now batting with 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 count from Flaherty. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is 3 up and 3 down for the Cubs in the top of the 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th of a 2-0 Cub lead. Quintana with 40 pitches facing O'Neill with a 2-0 count. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. That'll be a single for O'Neill as the throw comes back into second. So the Cardinals have leadoff batter here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Harrison Bader now the batter. First pitch to Bader. Grounder to second. Throw goes to short. Relay to first. And that is a ground ball double play. Nice execution by the Cubs infield right there. Now we have 2 outs and nobody on base. And DeYoung is the next batter. With a full count pitch from Quintana. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And he is set down on the punch out. We go to the top of the 5th inning. Cubs preserving a 2-0 lead. Flaherty, with 7 strikeouts already on the day, faces Contreras to lead off the top of the 5th inning. 3-1 count from Flaherty. That is blown away for ball 4. Contreras draws the walk, and Quintana now the batter. Probably looking for a sacrifice from Quintana right here. 1-2 count, and Quintana swings and misses for strike 3. That is number 8 on the day for Flaherty. Jason Hayward now the batter. He comes up with Contreras on first, 1 out. Cubs looking to extend this 2-0 lead. 1 strike pitch. And there's a grounder to second. The throw goes to short, and the relay to first, and the Cardinals say, hey, we know how to execute a ground ball double play too. That'll end the Cubs half of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. 2-0 Cubs. Dexter Fowler leading off against Quintana with a full count pitch in the bottom of the 5th. That is popped up to left center. That's going to be playable, medium depth, caught by Ozuna for out number 1. Molina now batting. 1 strike count. Quintana with the pitch. There's a weak grounder off the end of his bat to second. The throw goes to first, and Molina is retired easily for out number 2. Miller now batting. Brad Miller 0 for 1 today. 2 outs, nobody on. And there's another ground ball. This one will be to the pitcher. The throw goes to first, and the result is the same. That is a ground out to end the inning. We go to the top of the 6th inning of a 2-0 Cub lead. Ian Happ now batting. Leading off for the Cubs against Flaherty. Flaherty's at 77 pitches going in the top of the 6th. 3-1 count. Happ waiting for the pitch, and he draws the walk. They weren't going to give him anything to hit after the home run last time up. So he's standing on first to lead off the inning, and Santana will be the next batter. He is 1 for 2 with a home run. Santana looking for the first pitch, and the pickoff throw goes to first. Happ slides back safely under the tag. So, 1 strike count. No, 2-1 count now to Santana, and that's going to be a pop-up to left. Santana is going to hit that one out to actually deep shortstop, and DeYoung pulls it in for out number 1. Happ heads back to the base as Chris Bryant steps up. He's going to face Flaherty with 1 out, 1 man on. 1 strike count to Bryant. And Bryant is hit. He takes one right to the shoulder and heads down to first base. Happ advances to second, and now Baez the batter. With first and second and 1 out, Baez comes up, looking for the full count pitch, and Baez swings and misses at the fastball for strike 3. That is 80 strikeouts on the season. And now we have a relief pitcher, which is Junior Fernandez. He's going to be brought in to face Marcell Ozuna, who is 0 for 2 today. That is the end of Flaherty's day. Flaherty got off to a very fast start. He finished the day with 9 strikeouts, 2 solo home runs allowed, 94 pitches, 5 2/3 innings. Flaherty, with the exception of those 2 home runs, very effective today. Now, Fernandez is going to pitch to Ozuna. 3-1 count, Ozuna waiting for the pitch. Looking for the sign, and here it comes. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to be extra bases to the right center field gap. Ozuna heading into second. He is going to have an RBI double as Happ scores from second and Bryant advances to third. Nice contribution right there by Marcell Ozuna, his first RBI as a Cub. And Shaw now batting. The Cubs up to a 3-0 lead. Shaw will face Fernandez with a 3-1 count. And he, again, showing a good eye, takes ball 4 to load up the bases. Wilson Contreras will now bat with 2 outs, bases loaded. Cubs up 3-0, trying to add to the lead. First pitch to Contreras. And that's going to be a weak grounder up the middle. The shortstop has it, throws to first to retire the side. Well, the Cubs strand 3. They do score another run. We go to the bottom of the 6th of a 3-0 Cub lead. And Chris Carpenter is the batter. He is going to stand in against Quintana. At 64 pitches, he has been very effective through 5 innings today. 1-1 count to Carpenter. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit down the right field line. Hayward cuts it off before it gets to the wall. Leadoff single for Carpenter. Colton Wong now batting. Nobody out. Runner on first. 3-1 count. And Quintana loses him. That's ball 4 low and in. And suddenly Quintana's got a little jam he has to work his way out of with Paul Goldschmidt stepping up to the plate. Goldschmidt with a 1-2 count, Quintana working. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Quintana gets a huge strikeout against Goldschmidt. And that is strikeout number 6 on the day for Mr. Quintana. O'Neill now batting. 1 out, 2 men on. 3-0 count to O'Neill. Here's the pitch. That is way outside. That is ball 4. I'm pretty sure that was a called ball 4, it looked like. And so Harrison Bader now batting. Cardinals trailing 3-0. The bases are loaded. There's 1 out. Quintana laboring quite a bit to get through the bottom of the 6th inning. 1-1 count to Bader. Infield is in. Here's the pitch. That's going to be popped up to left. It's not going to be deep enough. It's going to be caught on the warning track. The throw comes home. The runner comes home, and the play is safe. Carpenter is safe with a head-first slide, and the game is now 3-1 on the Harrison Bader sacrifice fly to left field. So 2 outs now, first and second. And Quintana pitching to DeYoung, trying to get out of this inning. And there's a ground ball up the middle. Baez had it, but he loses it. Ah, man, he dove and he stopped the ball from getting in the outfield. Probably saved a run there. But DeYoung is going to be credited with an infield single. And now Dexter Fowler is going to bat with the bases loaded and 2 outs. And Quintana trying to get out of this inning with the lead preserved. Full count pitch to Dexter Fowler. That's going to drop in center field. That's going to be a base hit. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. That's a 2-run RBI single for Dexter Fowler, and this game is tied at 3. And now Iglesias is going to come in. Rossell Iglesias is going to come in and pitch for the Cubs with a tie game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runners on first and third, and Yadier Molina is the batter. 2-2 count, Iglesias pitching to Molina. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Iglesias gets out of the inning. Well, Quintana allows 3 runs, and we go to the top of the 7th of a 3-3 tie. The Cardinals are going to bring in a new relief pitcher, John Brebbia. He has 31 innings thrown, 15 walks to 29 strikeouts, and a .494 ERA. So Jason Kipnis is going to be the pinch hitter for the pitcher's spot. Iglesias just faced 1 batter, and now Kipnis is going to stand in from the left side against the righty Brebbia to lead off the Cubs half of the 7th inning. 0-2 count to Kipnis. Brebbia looking in. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kipnis is sent down on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. And now Hayward is going to bat. He comes up against the left side. On the left side against the righty Brevia. 2-1 count to Hayward. And that's going to be a base hit into right center field. That's over the infielder's head, and Hayward is going to have a one-out single here in the top of the 7th. Ian Happ now the batter. 1 for 2 today with a home run. 1 out, 1 man on, and a 1-1 count. And there goes Hayward. He slides into second, and he is out. Molina, only 14 for 46 throwing out base runners this year, but he gets Hayward for the second out of the 7th inning. Happ now batting with a 1-2 count. Here it comes. And that's a slow grounder up the middle. Shortstop has it, throws to first to retire the side. Well, that is going to be the end of the 7th inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th of a 3-3 tie. And I don't know for sure, but it sounds like they might be playing God Save the Queen here in the middle of the 7th inning. Zach Britton is going to be the new pitcher for the Cubs. He is going to stand in against Brad Miller of the Cardinals in the 8th spot in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1 count. Zach Britton, 25 2/3 this season, and he gets a base hit, allows a base hit to Miller. That is going to be extra bases as it goes into the left center field gap. Ozuna gets it back in. However, Miller has a leadoff double against Zach Britton. And now Matt Kemp, exiled former Dodger, got on with the Cardinals this year. He is going to stand in against Britton with nobody out and a runner on second base. 1-ball count, Britton with the pitch. That's popped up. That is going to be playable in the center. Santana has it. He throws it back in quickly for out number 1. No chance to advance there for Miller on the tag up. And now Wong is the batter. With 1 out, runner still on second base. 3-1 count. Britton. Ball 4, high and away. I guess that does set up the force, but now you're facing Goldschmidt with 1 out, 2 on. Tie game. Cardinals trying to break the tie here in the bottom of the 7th. And there's a steal attempt. The throw goes to third, and Miller is out. Contreras, 5 for 32 throwing out base runners this year. He does record the second out of the inning at third base on the steal attempt. Goldschmidt now batting with a 1-2 count against Britton. And there's a grounder to second. The throw goes to first, and that retires the side. Well, the Cardinals get 2 men on, but 1 is stranded, and no runs are scored. We go to the top of the 8th inning of a 3-3 tie. Cody Whitley is going to be the new pitcher for the Cardinals. He's thrown 21 2/3, 5 walks, 28 strikeouts, 2.91 ERA. He'll face Santana, Bryant, and Baez here in the Cubs' half of the 8th. 1-ball count. Santana waiting for the pitch. And here it comes. Santana ropes that one into right field. That was just a laser beam past the first baseman for a leadoff single for Santana. And now Chris Bryant is going to bat. Bryant with a chance to break the tie here. Runner on first, nobody out, 1-ball count to Bryant. And that's another line drive. That one's into left field. There'll be a base hit for Chris Bryant. Santana advances to second, and the Cubs have got something going here in the top of the 8th inning. Baez now batting with runners on first and second, nobody out. Baez looking for the first pitch. Oh, and there's a steal attempt. This time Santana gets down to third, and he is safe. Stolen base number 10. Some aggressive base running right there by the Cubs. Now, the leading run is 90 feet away. Any ball out of the infield should probably drive in that run. Baez with nobody out, runners on the corners, 0-2 count. waiting for the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, when you don't make contact, the ball can't really leave the infield. Ozuna now batting. He drove in a run earlier today. Let's see if he can get something going here. With one out, runners on the corners. First pitch to Ozuna, and that's hit high to deep left field. It's not going to be a home run, but it is going to be a sacrifice, as that is caught on the warning track. Santana tags up and scores, and the Cubs have a 4-3 lead in the top of the 8th inning. And now Shaw will bat against Whitley with 2 outs and Bryant standing on first. Full count pitch to Shaw, and he draws another walk. I believe that is his 3rd base on balls that he has drawn today. Contreras now batting. First and second, 2 out. Contreras trying to help the Cubs add to this 4-3 lead. 2-2 count, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Well, the Cubs score a run and take the lead 4-3 into the bottom of the 8th. Britton is going to be allowed to continue to pitch. In the bottom of the 8th inning, he is going to face O'Neill, Bader, and DeYoung. Britton with 1-2 count, looking in for the sign. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Britton records strikeout number 1 to start the 8th inning. Bader now batting with 1 out and a 1-1 count. Britton looking for the sign and coming to the plate. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. That'll be a single, as Britton allows a 1 out base hit on a line drive over second base. DeYoung now batting with Bader on first, 1 out. Britton in his 2nd inning of work trying to get the Cubs out of this jam. 1-2 count from Britton. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Britton gets out number 2 on a sinker that was blown away. And now Birdie is going to be brought in to face Dexter Fowler. Birdie has thrown 6 2/3 this year, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, and a sparkling 1.35 ERA. He is charged with preserving the 4-3 lead. There are 2 outs and a runner on first. Birdie facing Dexter Fowler with a full count pitch. And here it comes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, but the ball gets away. The throw has to go down to first, and the strikeout is completed with the throw to first. Well, that was nearly a disaster, but the Cubs do manage to get out of the inning, maintaining the 4-3 lead. We go to the top of the 9th inning now. Whitley, coming out for inning of work number 2, is going to face a pinch hitter, Tauschman, from the left side to lead off the Cubs half of the 9th. Tauschman with 1 ball count, waiting for the pitch from Whitley. And he hits one right up the middle. That is just a laser beam into center field for a base hit. And the Cubs, Tauschman leads off the inning with a single. Jason Hayward now batting with a full count. And that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Tauschman was running, and he does slide in safely to second. He is 4 for 5 stealing bases this year. And now, John Gant is going to pitch for the Cardinals. The new pitcher, Gant, has thrown 34 innings, 10 walks, 36 strikeouts, 3.71 ERA. Ian Happ, 1 for 3 with a home run, stepping up against Gant, with Tauschman in scoring position and 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. 1-2 pitch. Happ waiting for the pitch. And here it comes. That's a grounder to first. It'll be a fielder's choice as the runner, Tauschman, advances to third while Happ is retired at first. And now Santana comes up with 2 outs, runner 90 feet away. 3-0 count to Santana. And that is up and in for ball 4. He draws the walk. So now Chris Bryant is the batter. With the shift on, Bryant steps up, runners on the corners, 2 outs, Cubs trying to add to a 4-3 lead. 2-1 count, and Bryant hits one on the ground, but it's kicked. And everybody's going to be safe. The run is going to score. The Cubs are up 5-3. Charge that as an error to the Cardinals' third baseman, Miller. So Santana's on second, Bryant's on first, and Baez is the next batter. First pitch to Baez with 2 outs and 2 men on. Here it comes. That's popped up to left. That is going to be deep, but not deep enough. And it is caught short of the warning track for out number 3. So the Cubs score another run. We go to the bottom of the 9th of a 5-3 Cub lead. And now Sammy T is coming out to pitch to potentially pick up this save. He has thrown 10 1/3, 8 walks, 10 strikeouts, 3.48 ERA. Sammy will face the 7-8-9 batters in the Cardinal lineup. Molina, Miller, and the pitcher Gant. 0-2 pitch. Sammy looking for the sign. And here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's out number 1 in the bottom of the 9th. Miller now batting with a 1-1 count. 1 out. Here's the pitch. That's hit high into right center field. It's going to be playable as Santana goes back and makes the catch on the warning track for out number 2. Well, certainly gave that one a ride. But now Jay Bruce is going to step up. He is going to bat from the left side, pinch hitting for the pitcher's spot. With 2 outs, Cubs with a 5-3 lead in the bottom of the 9th. 1-1 count. Sammy with the pitch. And that is popped up to center. Again, Santana's going back, but he is going to make the play for out number 3 on the warning track. Well, the Cubs are victorious. We get to sing Go Cubs Go in London for the first time. It's 5 runs on 7 hits with no errors, and 3 runs on 8 hits with 1 error for the Cardinals. The player of the game is going to be Jack Flaherty with 9 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings. He allowed 3 runs, all earned, including 2 solo home runs. He does not factor in the decision, actually. Forrest Whitley, the Cardinals pitcher, which is Cody Whitley, is tagged with the loss. He drops to 4-2. He allowed the Cubs to take the lead in the 8th inning. And then Britton, with an inning and 2/3 of relief, gets credited for the win. He goes to 4-0. Birdie gets a hold, and Sam Tuivailala gets his 2nd save of the season. Ian Happ and Danny Santana both hit solo home runs to contribute to today's victory, and the Cubs improved to 34-37 while the Cardinals dropped to 35-35. Thanks for listening to Replacement Player Baseball.